Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about volume of three-dimensional objects. So far, we've been talking about the outside of these three-dimensional objects, and now we're going to be talking about what's inside. And what is the space inside these objects is called volume. And we're going to be measuring volume in cubes. You can think of it like how many little cubes we can fit inside of our object here. The formula that we're going to use for volume is big B times H. The big B stands for the area of the unique shape, and the H stands for the height. So we're going to find the area of the unique shape and then multiply that by the height. Yes. So right off the bat, we've got a rectangular prism here. And the unique shape of this rectangular prism is the triangle. So the first thing we're going to do is try to find the area of this triangle, and then we're going to multiply it by the height of 3. Now, the height isn't actually 3 here. If we think about it here, if we lay the piece down with the triangle down, that becomes our base, and then our height here is the 3. So that's what we're going to use. So we got to find the big B first. And the big B is the area of our triangle here. We know the area of a triangle, that's better, is base times height divided by 2. So in this case, the base of our triangle is 5. Our height is 6. And I'm going to divide that by 2. 5 times 6 is 30. Divided by 2 is 15. So our big B is 15. So the area of the triangle is 15. Now I need to multiply that by the height of our shape. Remember, the base and the height meet at that 90-degree angle. So again, if I flip this triangle, this rectangular prism rather, on its side, the big B is this space here, and that becomes our base. And now I'm just going to multiply it by the height here. So I'm going to go back to my original formula, V equals big B times H. I know that big B is 15, so I'm going to replace big B with 15, and then I'm going to just multiply that by 3, the height here. 15 times 3 is 45, and that's my answer. My answer, though, needs to be in cubes. So I'm going to say centimeters cubed to the 3rd power. Let's do another one. Here's a cylinder. Here's the three-dimensional object here. So I need to find the unique shape. In this case, it's the circle, and then multiply it by the height. That's what my formula calls for. So the first thing I need to do is find big B, which is the area of the circle. We know that the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. So when you think about what formulas we're using here, in this case, the radius is 4 inches. So I'm just going to replace r with 4, and I'm going to square that. 4 squared is 16. Kind of going out of order here, but 4 squared is 16, and I'm going to multiply that 3.14 by pi. Let me use my calculator for that. 16 times 3.14, and I'm going to get 50.24. So that is the area of the circle. And now I need to multiply that by the height. So I'm going to go back to my volume formula, big B times H. Big B here is 50.24, and my height is 10. 50.24, I just move the decimal over one time. I get 520.4. Yep. And inches cubed. Going through this a little quick, so feel free to pause or go back and hear it again. My final example problem is this rectangular prism. Kind of looks like this. Now, when we have these rectangular prisms, we can choose whichever big B we want to use. We can find the area of this front, of the side, doesn't matter. We just need to multiply it then by whatever dimension we don't use. So I'm going to find the area of this front rectangle, 2 by 3. We know that that's just base times height, 3 times 2, which is 6. Going back to my volume formula, my big B times H. Big B is 6. We just figured that out over here. And I'm going to now multiply that by the last dimension that I didn't use, 5, as my height. And that's going to give me 30. For these rectangular prisms, really all we're doing is multiplying each dimension by itself. 2 times 3 times 5, or 5 times 3 times 2. Rectangular prisms, that's a little trick for that one. So this is going to be feet cubed, and we're done. Thanks for watching.